Good day to all. Today we can discuss the topic about boundary value problem in FEA. In last video we discussed about initial value problem. Here what is the difference between boundary value problem and the initial value problem? Yes, we can see in boundary value problem we should identify the boundary conditions as the initial step. So the problem may be d square y by dx square plus y is equal to 0, because in finite element analysis all the expressions are utilized with the partial differential equation. So here the problem is given as like d square y by dx square plus y is equal to 0. We can represent d square y by dx square as y double dash, which is also one kind of notations that is utilized in partial differential equation mathematic principle. So this equation can be written as y double dash plus y equal to 0. Why I utilize double dash? Yes, because the second order differential equation I utilized with this problem, so that I can utilize y double dash as the notation in that equation. So y double dash plus y equal to 0 is the problem. Then subsidiary conditions. Subsidiary condition means what all the constraints the main objective function has. Likewise, we should analyze first with our available problem. Here you see the subsidiary conditions are given at more than one value of the independent variable. What is independent variable? Here you see the two terms available. Terms means variables. The variables are x and y. Here we are always consider y as the dependent variable and x as the independent variable. So if the more than two values the independent variable has, means the problem is known as boundary value problem. So according to this problem, y of 0 is equal to 0. Here y of 0, here what is independent variable? X is equal to 0. What y of 0 has, which is the independent variable. So x is equal to 0. Then y is equal to 0. So the one variable and one condition is available. What about another, the boundary conditions? Y of 30 degree. Another boundary condition also has its problem, which is the difference between initial value problem and boundary value problem, because it has two subsidiary conditions. So this problem is called as a boundary value problem. Okay, so the boundary conditions, already I told you what is meant by x, what is meant by y in that equation. X is the independent variable, y is the dependent variable. So the two independent variables are available with this problem. What are all the two independent variables? Yes, one is x is equal to 0, another one is x is equal to 30 degree. Likewise, I have two independent variable. For the change of independent variables, I have two dependent variables also, which are y is equal to 0 and y is equal to 4. So this is the way to identify the problem is initial value problem or boundary value problem. Now you may understand what is the difference between initial value problem and the boundary value problem. Then automatically we can move to how do we solve the boundary value problem. Yes, the first step completed with the identification of problem is allocated with the initial boundary value or boundary value problem. Likewise, you may segregate the problem. After that, we can move to step 2. In that step 2, we can develop or identify the auxiliary equation, and also we can utilize the complementary function for finding solution for boundary value problem. Here I wrongly represented initial value problem. You carefully see. For your understanding purpose only, I may make a mistake. Okay, from this mistake, which is the boundary value problem, but the two problems are having the same procedure, but the conditions may be differs. Okay, here using auxiliary equation, general auxiliary equation formulation is y equal to e power kx. Okay, after that I differentiate that y term with the x, so that y dash dy by dx is equal to, if I differentiate e power kx means k into e power kx. Likewise I got. Okay, after that I again differentiate with respect to x as y, means y double dash y double dash is known as d square y by dx square is equal to, in previous video, initial value problem, how can we differentiate? I explained. Okay, x power n, I differentiate means n into x power n minus 1. So here again I conduct the differentiation for e power a kx means here again k came, so that k square into e power kx. Likewise I got the auxiliary equation. Then this equation can be written as y double dash plus y is equal to 0 as per our mother problem, and then I can substitute the values. Here you see our mother equation is y double dash plus y is equal to 0. Here what is y double dash? K square e power kx. I substituted here k square into e power kx plus what is y? The mother auxiliary equation is y is equal to e power kx, so that I can substitute here e power kx is equal to 0. And then next, the common term e power kx available for both the elements, so that I can consider as a common term from both the elements. So I can make a new equation which is e power kx into k square plus 1 is equal to 0. So auxiliary equation is k square plus 1 is equal to 0, because e power kx does not is equal to 0, so that I can consider k square plus 1 is equal to 0. Here I can further reduce k square is equal to minus 1. For the reason I can move to making a square root of left hand side and the right hand side of the k square is equal to minus 1 equation. I can get k is equal to square root of minus 1. In our UG classes we studied about how can we making a square root of minus negative terms with the imaginary function. So I can making a square root of minus 1 with the plus or minus I, which is the imaginary formulation. So after that, after imaginary function formulation, we can move to propagation equation. In that, how can I make a propagation constant of plus or minus I? Yes, k is equal to alpha plus or minus I beta, which is the propagation equation. From this we can understand the problem. Here I assume alpha is equal to 0 and beta is equal to 1 according to this problem, because I has the coefficient value which is 1. There is no alpha term in plus or minus I, so that alpha is equal to 0. Likewise I can choose the values of alpha and beta from the available auxiliary equations. So now I calculate about auxiliary equations with respect to the given problem and the given data, which is y double dash plus y is equal to 0 with two boundary conditions, which are y of 0 is equal to 0 and y of 30 degree is equal to 4. And then I can move to complementary function formulation. What is the complementary function? Yes, according to this type of problem, boundary value problem, I may consider the complementary function is y of x is equal to e power alpha x into c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x, because I have two boundary conditions, so that I can replace c1 and c2 with the complementary function, and also I have two terms which are alpha and beta, so that I can represent with this complementary function as the alpha and beta values. After that, I found from the auxiliary equation, which is alpha is equal to 0 and beta is equal to 1. So I can substitute the same value into the complementary function. So y of x is equal to e power 0 x, which means alpha is 0 and beta is equal to 1. I substituted here e power 0 x to c1 cos into 1 of x, because beta is equal to 1, plus c2 into sin beta is equal to 1, so that 1 into x. So I can get the complementary function y of x is equal to c1 cos x plus c2 sin x. Likewise I may get the equation. After that, applying first boundary condition y of 0 is equal to 0 in complementary function. In the problem I am having the number one boundary condition, which is y of 0 is equal to 0. I can substitute here, which is the next step. I can substitute the initial or first boundary condition on the complementary function, which is y of 0 is equal to 0. Here you see all the x value is 0, because y of 0 means x is equal to 0. is equal to C1 cos of 0 plus C2 sin of 0. Further, I moved to reduce the terms which are the help of trigonometry. Cos of 0 is equal to 1, sin of 0 is equal to 0. So, I can substitute here cos 0 is equal to 1. So, that C1 into 1 plus C2 sin of 0 is equal to 0. So, that C2 into 0, 0. So, I can finally get y of 0 is equal to 0 is equal to C1 into 1 plus C2 into 0. I can get C1 is equal to 0, which is the first constant I can get from the complementary function. Now I can move to second boundary condition. Applying the second boundary condition, y of 30 degrees is equal to 4 in the same complementary function. So here y of 30 degree is equal to C1 cos 30 degree plus C2 sin 30 degree. Likewise, I can substitute the second boundary condition in the complementary function. Okay, and then here y of 30 degree is equal to 4, so that I can substitute here 4 is equal to C1 cos 30 degree. From the trigonometry table I can get cos 30 degree is equal to root 3 by 2. I can substitute the same value here plus C2 sin 30 degree is equal to 1 by 2, so that I can substitute here C2 into 1 by 2. And then in previous step I identified C1 is equal to 0 as from the first boundary condition results. So put C1 is equal to 0 in above complementary equation for identifying the C2 value. So 4 is equal to 0 into root 3 by 2. How can I get C1 I previously found as 0? So here I substitute 0 into root 3 by 2 plus C2 into 1 by 2 is equal to 4 is equal to 0. I said eliminate the unwanted things from the available equations. So here you see 0 plus C2 1 by 2. From this I can get the nearer element, which is C2. C2 is equal to 8. Likewise, we can get the simple mathematical calculations with the available complementary function equation. I can found the C1 and the C2 value. So what is the next step? We can get the solution of boundary value problem. Yes, applying above solutions on the complementary equation. Complementary function is y of x is equal to C1 into cos x plus C2 into sin x. Already we know. Solution of boundary condition problem, y of x is equal to, how I can get? Yes, I can substitute C1 is equal to 0. What I found from the complementary function equation, C1 is equal to 0. And then C2 is equal to 8. I found from the previous slide. So that C2 is equal to 8. If I substitute those values into the complementary function, I can get y of x is equal to 0 plus 8 sin x. So finally I can get the general equation of the total element, which means boundary elements, which is y of x is equal to 8 into sin x, which is the general equation we can frame for the found boundary value problem. Y double dash plus y is equal to 0 with the boundary conditions of y of 0 is equal to 0, y of 30 degree is equal to 4. Likewise, we can solve the boundary value problem in finite element analysis. Now we may identify what is meant by initial value problem and what is meant by boundary value problem, and also what is the difference between initial value and boundary value problems, and also how can we solve the problem with the aid of boundary value problem procedures, and how can we make the general equation with the boundary value problem in finite element analysis. Thank you. If you are having any doubts, you may ask me through comment box. Thank you all.